Hey, it's Jesse with Rich Agent Coaching. Listen, thank you so very much for tuning in and checking us out. Now, today I'm going to be going over one of 23 great ways to find amazing real estate deals. Look, these are very informative, educational types of videos. They're made in my very small, cluttered office on my laptop, for Pete's sake. No fancy equipment, no video production crews. There's no green screen behind me. Heck, there's no light boxes around, just that overhead light right there, and whatever God decided to provide through the windows here in my office. The reason for that is actually really simple. You see, there's just no need to put on airs. There's no reason to bring all that in. Look, this is my gift to you. And my goal is to pack a ton of value into the next 3 to 10 minutes. I'm looking to make each one of these 23 ways its own separate little short video. And well, as long as you're okay with me sharing usable, useful, and valuable content, hey, please keep watching. So, the second way, or this next way, maybe I should say, this next way is pre-foreclosures. Now, you may think that, well, shoot, I know about that. Well, there's a lot of people that have never thought about trying to buy the property before it goes to foreclosure. And you can get some phenomenal opportunities and deals because you're not at the auction. Nobody's bidding against you. You're able to reach that individual directly. So, the way pre-foreclosures are going to work is simple. The attorneys or whomever the individual is that is in charge of handling that sale or handling that auction is going to be advertising that property for auction, going to the foreclosure auction, somehow, some way. Here in my area, I'm in the Richmond, Virginia area, the laws are pretty specific. It has to advertise the property for at least 2 weeks before the auction, has to be advertised 3 times over that 2-week interval, and it has to be in a paper of general circulation, whatever that means. So they'll advertise, a lot of it's going to be typical boilerplate kind of stuff, so if you read one, you'll probably get a feel for how they're all going to be worded, at least from that particular attorney, because here just about every one is handled by an attorney, but that's certainly not always the case. Occasionally I have seen with smaller banks an actual officer of the bank handle that foreclosure. So what will happen is they'll advertise the property for sale. So you'll have the address, you'll know when the property is going to foreclosure. Sometimes they'll advertise when the loan was originally taken out, how much they originally borrowed, and sometimes you'll even see the owner's names listed in that foreclosure or trustee notice. So what I suggest is it's great for listings, for sales, and for investment purposes. As you know, I like investment purposes. So you can use these by going to the tax data, locate the owner, maybe it's a rental, don't know, locate the owner, reach out to the owner by phone, knock on their door, I like that, call them if you can get a phone number for them, but just reach that owner in advance. Now, some people do truly have everything all figured out. I mean, they've really got it resolved. The bank, however, for whatever reason, just wasn't giving them quite enough time to get things on their end straight. So the notice wound up in the paper, but they really do get it taken care of. Other times you will find people that are looking to take bankruptcy to stop that foreclosure from happening. And, you know, the honest to gosh truth is there's a lot of attorneys that when they see that foreclosure notice, they're mailing out a letter, hey, I can stop that foreclosure. The challenge with that, and this is something for you to be aware of, and to make sure that if you choose to try and reach the owners before the foreclosure, to make sure they are aware. Now, look, don't do it in a holier than thou, and look, I'm telling you the truth, and you're stupid, you've got to listen to it. The reality of it is, the bankruptcies do not always completely stop that foreclosure. And here's what I mean with it. Yes, it will stop it at that moment, today. It'll stop the foreclosure. However, the individual still has to have enough income coming in to put a plan in place that the courts will agree to and all of the creditors agree to, meaning that money that they are earning and they are paying into the bankruptcy plan is enough to satisfy the creditors. So, is that plan going to be enough to pay the bank or the mortgage company what they are owed, plus an amount of money to get them caught up over time? Don't know. A lot of times, what I have found is that the foreclosure simply, or excuse me, the bankruptcy will simply postpone that foreclosure by anywhere from, I mean, I've seen it happen as fast as 6 months. I've seen it take as long as 2 years. It just simply postpones the inevitable. I personally hope that if the bankruptcy is what that individual needs to get themselves straight, it does that very thing. It helps them get their financial house back in order and they keep the home. But the reality of it is, people lose homes to foreclosure all the time. And in a lot of cases, what I have heard is when I'm reaching out to people, well, I mean, it's amazing. They do get very religious. Now, I'm a very religious individual as well. I'm a Christian. But it's amazing that these people, to me, oh, God's going to save me. They're going to save me. He's going to save me. I think God may, and I may be the guy, you may be the individual, that God has sent to help that person. And listen, you don't necessarily always have to buy the home. Sometimes maybe you could lend them the money to get themselves straight. Be cautious. That's a little outside of the scope of this short little video here, but that is another option as well. I prefer buy the property outright, and therefore I'm now the person in control, not them. So I hope this has helped you some to get you to think about another great way to find terrific off-market deals. Pre-foreclosures can be phenomenal. And by the way, the reason they can be so phenomenal is that the overwhelming majority of other real estate investors will never, one, even think about calling them. They'll wait for the auction, which is fine. But the second one is they'll never take the initiative to go knock on that person's door. They just won't do it. Don't ask me why. They won't. In any case, listen, I hope you have a terrific day. Thanks again for tuning in. And hey, I look forward to talking with you again soon. Take care. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and I really hope you got a lot of great value out of it. Please check out the other videos in this series and subscribe to the Rich Agent Coaching channel here on YouTube for more real estate videos you can use. Thanks, and make it a successful day.